It's all gone wrong for Liverpool yet again. What a terrible, terrible week they have just had. And I've said it and I'm going to say it again. You cannot waste that many chances. 23 games this season, they have gone 1-0 down. That is not sustainable for any team, let alone a team that has aspirations to win the league title. And I'm going to say it right now. In my opinion, they are out of this title race. They are playing absolutely horrendous. They were played off the park midweek against Atalanta, lost 3-0, and they've just lost 1-0. Liverpool 0, Crystal Palace 1. A defensive masterclass from Anderson and Dean Henderson Mitchell. The whole Crystal Palace back four / back five were absolutely unbelievable today. Eze worked his socks off. Mateta's hold-up play was absolutely brilliant. I thought Lerma in the midfield as well did really well, held the ball up, won a few kicks, defensive masterclass from him as well. We're going to talk about it, but once again, Liverpool started another Premier League game poorly. Could have been 2-0 down within 10 minutes. The first goal, though, comes from Eze, an absolute baller. I've wanted this guy in a Tottenham shirt for so long. You know, Mitchell gets down the left-hand side and Eze just makes an intelligent run into the box. If he's sprinting, I think he gets picked up, but he just drips and drabs his way through to the penalty area, tucks it away, and it's a clever finish. And Crystal Palace went 1-0 up on the 14th minute. They were under the cosh so much in the first half. Liverpool were puffing. Let's keep going, they keep saying. You know, Bradley went off. Trent Alexander-Arnold come on in the second half. But throughout that first half, I thought Crystal Palace, I thought Glasner got the game plan absolutely spot on. It's another day that Liverpool have had 20-plus shots at goal and have not scored. They've not scored. They had nearly 30 shots midweek, 20 today, nearly 30 against Manchester United, and they look so poor in front of goal. They look so poor. Genuinely, it's mind-blowing. Darwin Núñez, Salah, Gakpo, Jones, Szoboszlai, by the way, 60 million for that Hungarian Harry Winks. Genuinely, like 60-odd million. He's done nothing all season. I think he's got 3 Premier League goals. There was a lot of pressure on Liverpool today. Manchester City, we saw them flex their muscles. We saw them. It was an unbelievable performance from them yesterday. Another 4 goals scored by Manchester City. Liverpool today, they had to go out there. They needed to bounce back. We saw how bad Liverpool were midweek. You know, we saw Gasperini, 66 years of age, one of the oldest managers in Europe, rock up to Anfield with an Atalanta team. No one gave them a chance. And now it just seems like if you sit back and counter-attack Liverpool, you will get your chances. They're not keeping clean sheets. Defensively, they look all over the place. You know, that's what, 9 games without a clean sheet. You can't play football like that. You can't win league titles like that. Van Dijk, Virgil van Disney on the floor again eating grass. That stripper got absolutely torn to shreds at times. And, you know, this is a game where I expected Liverpool forwards to step up. We saw how wasteful they were midweek against Atalanta. But today, Darwin Núñez, absolutely terrible. Salah missed chance after chance after chance. You know, Diaz did well, took a few players on, created some chances, but you've got to be scoring against Crystal Palace. You can't have 21 attempts at goal, you know. But fair play to Crystal Palace. They defended. The game plan from Glasner was absolutely perfect. Anderson today, my man of the match. What an absolute Viking of a performance from him. He was brilliant. Won every header, blocks off the line, last-ditch tackles, passing it out from the back, threw balls to the forwards. He looked absolutely perfect. And from him, I'm giving him a 10 out of 10 today. My man of the match. Now, you look at Liverpool in this Premier League title race. They played 32 games, got 71 points. If Arsenal win today, in my opinion, it goes down to a 2-horse race. I don't think Liverpool are going to claw it back. They've still got a Merseyside derby to play. They've got a tough game against Fulham, who have just beaten West Ham, you know, and are very, very good at home. You then got a Merseyside derby, and you've got to play Villa and Spurs, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm probably going to upset a few people here. I don't think Liverpool are in this title race. It's going to be top four in the League Cup. Jurgen Klopp's farewell potential quadruple has just gone absolutely crashing down. What a terrible week. You can't waste that many chances, man. They've got so many good players rushing things. It's almost like when you're in those sort of games, you've got to be patient and wait for things to happen, wait for things to unravel, and then take your chances. Every time they got in the final third, they were rushing it. You know, Curtis Jones today, I thought he was poor. He gave the ball away. I thought that the midfield of Crystal Palace, how they were compact with Hughes, Wharton was very, very, very good today as well. Mitchell and the Colombian fullback, Munoz, were good. Mateta's hold-up play, he had Van Dijk and Kanate. They couldn't deal with him in the air. He was so strong on the ball, kept holding Kanate off. But Lerma, Klein, and Anderson, genuinely, like, unbelievable performances. Even when the likes of Ayew, Ward, Slupp come on, Edward, the performance didn't really drop in terms of Crystal Palace. They knew they had to defend the lead, and they did that absolutely brilliantly. And since Glasner's come in, Crystal Palace have 100% improved. You know, they've done essentially, you know, what they can. They've scored a couple of goals against Manchester City. I know they were on a battering. They got a couple of points off of Luton and Forest. They've just beaten Liverpool. They've beaten Burnley. You know, you look at the rest of the season for Crystal Palace, if they can get in and around that mid-table, you know, they're currently sitting 14th. I think that'd be a good season for them. You know, they're too good to go down. Glasner's a good manager, but it's all about Liverpool today. How bad, you know, they haven't been good, in my opinion, since February. You look at their Brighton result, a lot of 20-odd minutes of good football at the end. Same as Sheffield United. You can't, you know, it takes Alex McAllister worldy for you to come back. Man United 2-0 up in absolute cruise control, and they've thrown it away. Atalanta are played off the park. You know, Skamaka was absolutely brilliant. And it almost seems if you've got an aerially dominant striker that are up against Liverpool's back two in that back four, then they're going to struggle. I think Liverpool need to go in the summer and definitely bring 2 or 3 players in. But Eze today was absolutely brilliant. I want to spend just a minute on him. The way he was manipulating the ball, twisting and turning, him and Elise worked really well together, took his chance well. I think Eze probably should have had another goal as well, had another great first chance in the first half. But from his perspective, it's about, you know, keeping these performances going and trying to knock on the door and potentially getting that England team. I think he will get a big move this summer, maybe Tottenham or Newcastle, someone like that I think will come in. Maybe Aston Villa have been sniffing around with FFP, we don't know. But, you know, he was, the way he's getting past Endo and Curtis Jones today, he's got to do better than that. I thought he was, I didn't think he was good at all today. I thought he was wasteful, gave the ball away. You know, he's a workhorse. He's a very, very good player, but Liverpool just needs someone in that 10 role who's a goal and assist merchant. You know, McAllister's has been fantastic this season. He's been their number 6, as well as Endo's been great. But Szoboszlai, man, they need better than Szoboszlai. He's absolutely woeful. £60 million for that Hungarian Harry Winks. Like, I'm not having it. He's absolutely woeful. He really is. I don't know what you guys make of it. I'm sure you'll let me know down below. Please do. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. But right now, in my opinion, Liverpool are out of the title race. It's advantage Arsenal. It's advantage Manchester City. And if Arsenal manage to go on and beat Aston Villa, I think Liverpool are out. You know, in Klopp's farewell tour, only looking like it's going to be a League Cup and top 4. As it stands, you know, there's a long way to go. But with the games coming up and how wasteful they've been in front of goal, I just don't think Liverpool are going to be there at the end. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching.